Hello North Country and welcome to Peru Central School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference Junior Varsity Football. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Kelly Miller on camera, bringing you a game between Peru Central School and Tupper Lake Central. Tupper Lake is coached by their athletic director, Bob Tebow, assisted by Jim Merrihew and Dave Williams. They are 1-1 on the season. They lost to Beekmantown, and then they defeated Plattsburgh High School. They lost by a touchdown to Beekmantown, and their victory over Plattsburgh High School by a touchdown. Peru set to kick off. They're coached by Jim Nyenhouse, assisted by Jeff Dory, Jim Godfrey, and Steve St. Clair. Steve St. Clair is the modified football coach at Peru Central this year, also a member of the Lake City Stars semi-pro football team. And the kickoff and taken and returned by Patrick Bedore. In on the tackle for Peru, number 34, Matt McCormick, and number 83 gets congratulations as well, Mike Ryan, as the special teams comes to the sidelines. We're on the junior varsity field, now with the luxury of the Apple Bowl for this ball game. I'm assuming the Peru Central Indians are 2-0 on the year. We'll double check that during a timeout. And the Tupper Lake Lumberjacks up to the line on, looks like the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Doug Snyder, their quarterback, and no place to go for the ball carrier, number 41, Rob Lines. We want to thank St. Clair Trucking for their support of Peru Central football. Steve and Lucy St. Clair. The officials are Eddie LaMarche, Tim Sheehan, Jim Brickey, and John Votra, a good veteran staff officiating at this junior varsity game. A gain of 1 by Lines, and it'll be a 2nd and 9. There is some mud and puddles to the far side of the field in this area. Snyder, handoff in the backfield. Oh, breaking a tackle. Hard running fullback Bedore, and Bedore with a first down. First down of the ball game. Tupper Lake gets it against the Peru defense. They're on the move. Bringing in the play, number 32, Justin Bushy for the Lumberjacks. We are high atop our Mahuta press box, and we love this vantage point at the 50-yard line. The 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Lumberjacks territory, and this one, no place to go because number 71 of Peru was there, Ben Holmes. Ben Holmes put the stop to that one, no question about it. Big defensive play for the Indians. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Kelly Miller is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. A number of the varsity players here for Peru Central in their jerseys, getting ready for later this afternoon. The varsity Indians watching the younger Indians. Substitution for Peru, number 40 comes on, Matt Hauser. He'll be at defensive end left side. We'll look over the Peru defense in a moment. It's a 2nd down and about 12. Snyder pitches and Lines carries, broke 1 tackle. Good tough run by Lines, finally brought down by Hauser just into the ball game. He picks himself up a tackle. 73 in and Hauser out, and 73 is Frank Dashna. Number 12 of the Peru defense is Trevor Ewald, and also deep man back Matt Bazzaio. Number 10, number 2 is Matt St. Clair. Looks like he's in a linebacker spot. Number 66 on defense, we don't know. We'll get that number. The 3rd down and 6 for the Lumberjacks. They have 1 first down. First offensive series of the game. St. Clair was in on the tackle. along with 66 and also looks like 73-9. And the 4th and 5, and the Lumberjacks will boot it away, it looks like, for the Lumberjacks. Their kicker is Jake Chartier. Nope, it's Justin Bushy, and short kick, and hits at the 45 of the Indians and bounces out of bounds. It'll be Peru ball. The score in the first quarter, Peru Indians 0 and the Tupper Lake Lumberjacks 0. Indians take their first possession, looks like at their own 45-yard line. Handoff in the backfield, St. Clair on his feet. Lost the handle, loose ball, but I think it was covered by an Indian. There was a big Indian following St. Clair, and indeed it was number 77, Josh Courier. I'm not going to mess with Josh Courier. Look at the size of this guy, and he's on junior varsity. And the handoff from Basayo to St. Clair. Handoff good for a pickup. Had a little bit of a static there a moment. I think that's rectified. So credit Courier with the recovery of the fumble, and it ends up being a 5-yard gain, a 2nd and 5 from midfield. Basayo pitches, this time ball carrier McCormick. He's taken down by Bushy, and short gain. It'll be 3rd and looks like about 4. 3rd and 4. Coach Dory sends in the play via Matt St. Clair. McCormick out. Pete Lyon, thank you. So number 66 that we were looking for is Pete Lyon, formerly number 84. 3rd and about 3, and to pass, Basayo, the left-handed pass, and he overshoots Brian Dupree. It'll be 4th down, and the Lumberjacks defense holds. Now will Peru in the middle of the field take an opportunity to try to go for it on this 4th and about a long 3? Will Coach Nyanel's Coach Dory roll the dice? Nope, they're going to kick it away, and Brian Dupree is back to punt, stands at his own 39-yard line, but I'd watch for anything in this situation. I know those tricky Peru Indians. Dupree's boot. Lines there, and good coverage by the Peru defense. It'll be Tupper Lake ball, their 2nd possession of the ball game. We're in the first quarter. The score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard is Peru 0 and Tupper Lake 0. Over the ball for Tupper Lake, big 72, Nate Durfee. Ball at the 16-yard line, deep in Lumberjacks territory. Fumble there, and the Lumberjacks got right back on it. Loss of a couple, a 2nd and 12 situation, and the Peru defense, if they can hold here, they will get the ball in good field possession. On the defense, Brandon Kelleher, number 44. So many of these Peru names, graduates of the Plattsburgh PAL football program. Great to see these guys. We knew it would happen. We knew it would happen. And they have graduated at the high school level, let me tell you, and they can play football. On the left side lines, he's caught up to by, looks like Dupree, St. Clair in on the tackle. We are high atop the field because we're on top of this beautiful, I don't know what you call these things. What are these? Mobile homes? Campers? Mobile homes? I mean, it's a huge one. It's a beauty that the Mahuta family said that we could borrow. Their son, Michael Mahuta, is number 30 for Peru, so we'll watch for him. 3rd and 5 now. Big situation for both the offense and defense early in the game. No scoreboard here. We can't let you know about time. Snyder's quarterback keeper gets a couple, but not enough. Tried to catch the defense by surprise. Some of the defenders, number 70 is Craig Lemoyne, 74. Oh, there's another guy, we don't have his number. 74 for Peru, we'll have to find out who that is. 71 on the line is Ben Holmes. Big 77, we've mentioned him, Josh Courier. Far side, looks like 61 is Joe Smith, the defensive end right side. Fourth and very short, and Bushi back to kick for Tupper Lake. Tupper Lake 1-1 on the season. Nice snap. That again will bound near midfield, and Peru will leave it alone. And it even took a Peru bounce. So Peru will get the ball in Lumberjacks territory for their second possession. First quarter, no score, Tupper Lake and Peru Central. Okay. Beautiful sunny day, just a little breeze whisking by our way. Beautiful sunny day for football. Handoff up the middle. Ball carrier was number 44, Kelleher. 3 or 4 excellent running backs for Peru Central. Bringing in the play this time, 83, Michael Ryan. Ryan brings it in, and stepping out is Eric Hart, number 22. A 2nd and 8, so Kelleher picked up a couple. It's Kelleher in the backfield, along with St. Clair. Give to St. Clair off the right side. Good blocking, right side. First down, St. Clair down the sidelines. He's gone! St. Clair is gone! Touchdown, Matt St. Clair. 43-yard gallop. Once he broke to the outside, he scooted past the Lumberjack sidelines and was gone. And we'll get our St. Clair scoreboard working. And what a guy to score. Matt St. Clair puts the first 6 on the board. A 43-yard run. And now they'll look for the 1 or the 2. Hustling in with the play is Matt McCormick. Number 88 is there on the offense. That's Mike Ormsby. He scoots to the right side. And they will attempt the kick. Matt Bizzio to kick. And looks like McCormick holds. Matt Bizzio puts the toes to it. It's a beauty. And late in the first quarter, the score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard, Peru 7 and Tupper Lake 0. Yesterday it rained. We had 24 hours of torrential rain, but it stopped when we pulled our camera out, started tuning things up for the ball game. The rain stopped, the skies cleared, the sun came out. North Country Cable Network shows up for the ball game. The kick by Peru spins maybe through a mud puddle, picked up at the 20, and oh my goodness, hitting him like a truck was Joe Smith. Smith was there, kabing, kabang, and it will be Tupper Lake ball, and this is about where they've been. They did pick up 1 first down on their first possession. Ball at the 25, and Coach Jim Godfrey told the defense, we want a shutout, work on a shutout. He's talking goose eggs today. And especially after a Peru score, what you want is the defense to go out and send their message. You don't want Tupper Lake to answer back with a score. Of course, Tupper Lake will have a say in that. This time it's lines split to the right. Snyder in the quarterback spot, hands off. Nice carry by big 49 Bedore. Bedore looks like a hard worker and a good runner for Tupper Lake. And a big pickup on first down. It will be 2nd and a long 2. Substitutions to the Peru defense. David Morse is in. He's number 52. There, we took care of that static. Guess it's time to invest in a new microphone. The second down play. Pitch, and again, Bedore, he was hit. He's a tough runner. He got near the first down. And Bedore broke a couple tackles. First down, says Eddie Lamar. She points uphill, and it will be the second first down of the ball game. On my chart, Peru has no first downs, but they have the score. St. Clair got the first down and then some. We're on the junior varsity football field. There were some concerns expressed by Tupper Lake about the condition of the field, in that there are kind of like bumps and grooves in the field, and some mud puddles over in front of the bench. That ends the first quarter. After one, the score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard is Peru Central 7 and Tupper Lake 0. Set for play. We'll go the other way, says Tupper Lake. They are at the 35-yard line, their territory. They have not moved the ball into Indians territory yet, much to the delight of the Peru coaches. Coaches are Jim Nyenhouse, Jeff Dory, Jim Godfrey, and Steve St. Clair. It's a 1st and 10 for the Jacks. Lines in the backfield, stopped by the Peru defense on this one. I see 73 in on the play. He met the ball carrier head on. That's again Dashna in on a tackle. Number 20, Jelonic, is out on the field on the defense. Number 20, he's at, it's like right linebacker. Middle linebacker is Kelleher, and left side linebacker is Matt Bazayo, or Matt St. Clair, playing both ways. 66 is a Lyon. We found that out. It is indeed Pete Lyon, tight defensive end. 2nd and 11 for the Lumberjacks. The pitch, and Bedore cuts to the outside. Somebody moved up nicely, and boy, Bedore stayed on his feet. He was slowed up by Kelleher. He was the first guy there, but somehow Bedore kept moving, and picked up an extra few. We'll see where he was knocked out of bounds. There is a flag down, so we'll watch for the penalty. Kelly Miller on camera. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Thanks to Ken Musso and the whole gang at Ronnie's Michigan's for their support of our efforts. We are North Country Cable Network, and we certainly want to thank all the businesses who have supported us through the years, especially the last few years when we've really kicked up our activities and expanded our coverage of different events in the North Country. Penalty stepped off against Tupper Lake, and that was most likely a holding penalty. I didn't see the call from the official, but it's 2nd and forever now. Looks like a 2nd and 20 situation. The ball all the way back to the 25, and the wind stirs up more, at least where we are. Probably windy on the field, but it's very windy where we are. 2nd and 20. Pitch, and a reverse in the backfield. Bedore, but the end stayed home. Credit Lyon. He stayed home. Pete Lyon was not tricked by that one, and he stayed home. Kept his territory, and they ran right into him, so it's Pete Lyon in on the tackle. Nice defensive play, and it lost a couple more yards. 3rd and 22. Lumberjacks in a hole. And a nice run by Bedore, negated by the Tupper Lake penalty. Excellent coaching staff from Peru Central, and we have a good friend over on the other side, on the Tupper Lake side, Jim Merrihew, assistant coach of the Tupper Lake team. Up the middle and nothing. Again, Dashna, and also number 52 in on the tackle, David Morse. Let's not forget that guy. So 4th and about 23 means from deep in their own territory, the Lumberjacks will again have to kick it away. And Peru will get the ball in good field position. They lead 7-0 early in the second quarter. Matt St. Clair is deep man back. There's the Bushy kick, and it's a doozy. It's a nice line drive and takes a Jack's bounce all the way to the 30, and Baziah will have to leave it alone. St. Clair will have to leave it alone. And let me tell you, that was a doozy. Talk about getting out of a hole. I would say I expected Peru to get the ball at midfield at worst, and instead they get the ball at their own 28-yard line or so. Tough to see those stripes. Looks like they're going to get it at the 27-yard line. Peru quick to break out of the huddle. Looks like number 55, Eric Tayo, is over the ball. He is the center. Quarterback Matt Baziah behind him. This time Dupree's in motion, and a keeper by Baziah. Baziah turns the corner. Oh, he lost the handle. Oh, let me tell you, he had daylight. And he got to the 35, and just like a slippery loaf of bread or carrying a watermelon, it squirted out. But the first down is in the book, and Peru on the move from now their own 37-yard line. Much better situation for the Indians. They go the other way, and this is McCormick, but they got him. He couldn't out-wrestle big number 79. We don't know who he is, so we'll call him Mo Jones. Big number 79. How'd I miss that in the lineup? Jim Merrihew, the assistant coach of Tupper Lake, gave me his chart. Let me see if I have it on the other paper provided by Lucy St. Clair, if there's a 79. There he is, Kevin Pickering. I'm glad I looked. So tip of the cap to Lucy St. Clair. She had a roster for me after I had copied the Tupper Lake roster. So Pickering with a big tackle. 2nd and 13 now for Peru. Whistles blow. What's the problem? Need an equipment repair. The chin strap won't buckle or something. So Smith has to leave the ball game, and hustling in his replacement, number 67. There's another guy we don't have his number, 67. So 67 and 74 for Peru must have new jerseys. Baziah to pass, looks downfield. Now he's on the run. Baziah scrambles, races past the Jacks. Number 20 is there, dodges him, and Pickering catches up to him along with number 85, Cody, and a long run. So looked like Baziah couldn't find somebody open downfield, and he took it on his own and into Lumberjacks territory at the 43, 44-yard line. The second first down of the ball game for the Little Indians. Teams are even at 2 in first downs. Into the defense for Tupper Lake, number 74, Diavolo Fletcher. From the 44, St. Clair still on his feet. Picked up a couple extra, good second effort there before he was landed by Cody. Pickup of about 8 on the play for a 2nd and 2. We are high atop the field, the junior varsity field, in our Mahuta press box, we're calling it. Thanks to the Mahuta family for their support of North Country Cable Network. Let me tell you, we couldn't be happier. We have a great view of the ball game. Actually, the best view of all the fans. The 2nd and 2. Chance for the screen pass. Complete to Kelleher. Kelleher down the sidelines. He may go. Kelleher's gone. The screen pass worked. Let me tell you, a 36-yard TD combo pass covering 36 yards. The screen pass from Baziah to Kelleher. And Peru has the 13-0 lead. And they'll look for the extra point with McCormick holding, and Baziah with the foot. And that one went right into the line. Not enough height on that one for sure. Long snapper, and it was a good one. Long snapper is Courier for Peru. And in the second quarter, the score now on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard is Peru Central 13 and Tupper Lake 0. And the Peru cheerleaders are happy about those 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns first quarter by St. Clair on a 43-yard run, and a second quarter touchdown. Nice screen pass from Bazayo to Kelleher on a 2nd and 2. A nice time for that play. So nice call by the Peru coaching staff on that one. I think that's Jeff Dory with the playbook. Peru kicks, and Bedore there, and he takes the bounce. Bedore picks it up, broke tackles, and I think 33 closed in to say you're not going anyplace. Let me see. 83. Mike Ryan shut the door on that one and gets a pat on the helmet from the coaches. So the Lumberjacks ball. What is this? About their 4th possession of the ball game now. We are midway in the second quarter. No clock, no scoreboard here on the JV field. 4 minutes. All right, just like a TV timeout, they tell us. 4 minutes. Eddie Lamarche keeps everybody posted. What a job he does when he officiates. We've always kidded Eddie. He's officiated about every sport except ping pong or bowling in the North Country. A 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense still trying to get into Peru territory, but the stingy Peru defense so far has said no. Trying to sweep the right side. Ball carrier Lemaire. Robbie Lemaire for Tupper Lake. Helping drive him out of bounds was Joe Smith. Loss of 1 on the play. Lemaire ran quite a ways, but ended up with a loss of 1. It's now 2nd and 11. The officiating crew, Eddie Lamarche, Tim Sheehan, Jim Brickey, and John Votra. And they're certainly among our favorite officials in the North Country. We see them at Lake City Stars football games, no question about it. The 2nd and 11 for the Lumberjacks. Snyder's quarterbacked all the way. This is a handoff right up the middle. The Peru defense there. In on the tackle. 39 is Godfrey, BJ Godfrey, in on the tackle. No gain. We'll call it still 3rd and 11. And the Jacks out of the huddle. The Tupper Lake Lumberjacks, they had to get up early in the morning to get here for the 10 a.m. game. Saturday morning football, junior varsity football. Snyder to pass, downfield, a little bit wobbly, and breaking it up again, Joe Smith. Nice defense from Smith, as right at the 1st down marker, they were trying to make the connection. 4th and 11, which means the Peru defense holds, and the Lumberjacks again will have to boot it away. Also in there defensively, Nate Zuron, number 17. He was in on that last defensive series. Dupree hustles out as the punting team, punt reception team is out onto the field. And again, Bushi will boot it away. High snap, but Bushi gets it off. It's a good one, and St. Clair takes it on the 36. St. Clair looks for room. He's taking his time. He's down the sidelines. He took it on the 36, and he returns it to about the 26. What a return. Beautiful return, but that's coming back. There's a flag right in front of the Peru bench. Shame, they got his name. It will be against Peru, and that will negate a nice return of the punt by Matt St. Clair. Clip on Peru. Coach Dory meeting with his quarterback Bazzaio right here in front of us. Matt Bazzaio getting some last minute instructions from Coach Dory. And he sends it out on the field. I think Coach Dory would like to be out there. Look at him go. Coach Dory's going out. Put a uniform on him. He can play. 13-0 Peru Central with the lead on touchdowns by St. Clair and Kelleher. Kelleher's on a nice screen pass reception from Bazzaio. About 3 minutes remaining or less in the second quarter. Bazzaio wants to pass. Pressure on. He runs and Lines caught up to him. Nice defensive play from Robbie Lines. And he gets the sack on quarterback Bazzaio. And Peru takes the timeout. Timeout on the field late in the second quarter. The score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard is Peru Central 13 and Tupper Lake Central 0. Second and about 20 for the Peru offense. Bazzaio, pass, good protection, quick pass over the middle, but dropped by Mike Ormsby, and I know he'd like to have that one back. That was as good as a completion. Tough break there. And the Tupper Lake defense happy about that. Getting set for our 3rd and 20, and Peru has to get to their own 46-yard line for the first down, and that would be just about in front of us. So they have a long way to go. Ball resting on, oh, don't ask me. Looks like it's at the 25-yard line. Handoff. St. Clair, but no place to go. He dragged number 73 for a few yards. He dragged number 73, Mike Baker, but Baker ended up hanging on and landing him. And now Tupper Lake wants the timeout because they feel they might get the ball in good field position. This will be a 4th down. And with a couple minutes left, they want to take the first down and take the timeout and get the ball. So once again, timeout late in the first half. The score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard, and thanks to Steve and Lucy St. Clair for their support of Peru Central football, it's Peru 13 and Tupper Lake 0. Peru up to the line, and Dupree will boot it away. Almost blocked, and it bounds near the 40, and Tupper Lake will just sit there. Might as well get away from it, Tupper Lake. Don't stand there because that wind blows or something and kaboom, it hits your foot. It's anybody's ball. Okay, Tupper Lake's going to have the ball with little time and about 40 or 55 yards to move it upfield. They would love to score, and as we said earlier, Coach Godfrey has talked to the defense and he wants goose eggs today. In the secondary, it's Bazzaio and Ormsby right now, along with Trevor Ewald. They're the deep men back, and we'll watch for the pass on this 1st and 10. They run it. Bedore sweeps the right side, picks up 5. And who'd he run into over there? Oh, wow. He ran into B.J. Godfrey. No wonder he got knocked out of bounds. You cannot run near number 39. And Tupper Lake will learn that in a minute. Number 39, B.J. Godfrey, now playing on the high school level. Let me tell you, he's from a long line of football players, starting with his dad and moving on right down the line. And, of course, big brother Sam Godfrey, a member of the Empire Football League's Lake City Stars. Let's not forget Dwayne Godfrey, huh? The pass, Bedore looks and goes, look for Snyder, the quarterback, and that went incomplete. Nice little flea flicker idea there. Nice idea by Tupper Lake. Good spot for that. Their head coach, once again, is Bob Tebow, and he is the athletic director at Tupper Lake Central, and it was nice to see Jim Merrihew here as assistant coach on the junior varsity level. And Jim Merrihew I get to see during basketball season. He is Section 7 basketball girls chairperson. 3rd and 3 for the Lumberjacks. Lemaire, oh, nice tackle by Lyon. Was that Lyon, 66? Yes, it was. Flag down, and it is against the Lumberjacks. We are so happy we have sunny skies. Believe me, you'll remember those Friday torrential rains that we had. Closed roads, closed counties, knocked down trees, knocked down the Falcon Cable Tower. Everything went wrong yesterday, and now it looks like we're in a beautiful, beautiful middle of summer. What a day it is today. Penalty against Tupper Lake, stepped off, so they have a 3rd down. They'll repeat the 3rd down, but it's now 3rd and 13, and there can only be seconds remaining. Come on now. Eddie Lamar starts the clock. There can just be seconds remaining. 3rd and 13. Snyder at quarterback, and he may go to the air. Bedor Ruggs picks up just a couple. And Peru wants to stop the clock. This is the longest 4 minutes in history. Peru takes a timeout. We are late, and I mean late, let me tell you, late in the first half. The score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard: Peru Central 13, Tupper Lake Central 0. Kelly Miller is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer, and of course he's a student now at Plattsburgh State. He recent graduate of Plattsburgh High School, great athlete there, put in some great times in sports at Plattsburgh High. Now he's hitting the books, he thinks, at Plattsburgh State. 4th and 10, and the kick. Oh, a high snap, a chance. This will be a big break for Peru, let me tell you. Smith and Dupree there, they were the 2 quickest on the spot, and big mistake by Tupper Lake, and they hand the ball over to Peru Central with only seconds remaining. I wish we had a clock here. But Peru catches a big break. They have a 1st and 10 from, I can't tell, 27-yard line. My best eyesight says 27-yard line. The chains aren't even set up. From the 27, Bazayo pass over the middle, incomplete. There defensively for Tupper Lake was number 20, Jim Matthews. Peru up to the line. A 2nd and 10 from the Jacks' 27-yard line. They go to McCormick. He couldn't get out of bounds. The clock will keep running. He couldn't get out of bounds. And did they take a timeout, or did time expire? I think time expired. Nope, they take the timeout. Peru gets another timeout. Coach Dory out on the field. It was a pickup of about 7. It'll be 3rd and short from their own, or from the Lumberjacks' 20-yard line. We were going to have a 3rd quarter guest. We had invited someone up here for a 3rd quarter guest, but where we are, we can only have 2 people up in our press box, so we don't want to throw Miller off. So the videographer stays, I stay, and our guest goes. So maybe next time, because I see that our guest just arrived on the spot, maybe we get a shot of him. The guy in the purple shirt coming in the gate, that's Jason Nissoff, who is a teacher at Stafford Middle School. His second year as a teacher. He brought Biff the Wonder Dog, or whatever that thing is. Looks like half a bear with him. And so Jason was going to be our guest. We were going to reminisce about the teachers and students from Peru Central, but we'll have him as a guest another time. Perhaps the next junior varsity game that we do for Peru, if it's at Peru, we can be over at the Apple Bowl. Third and short, Bazzaio. Bazzaio looks, he's a left-handed passer, down the middle of the field, a battle for the ball, and just off the fingertips of the receiver, Ormsby. Good defense by Tupper Lake, good coverage. I didn't catch what number was there on coverage for Tupper Lake, but it was a nice job defensively. And now Peru is down to its fourth down. I can't believe how long these 4 minutes have been. I could have gone through a bucket of hot wings in this time. I can't believe it. I think the second hand got stuck on somebody's watch. This must be the last play of the first half. They go on the screen to St. Clair. He looks for room, dodges one, dodges two, but then the Lumberjacks came looking for him. And there's still time. Eddie LaMarche points first down Tupper Lake, and we still have time in the first half. So the Peru defense will have to face a couple of plays and watch for some Tupper Lake Lumberjack sneak attack. You never know. First half, the Peru defense throwing a shutout. They lead 13-0. Peru with a touchdown by Bazzaio. In the first quarter, he ran at 43 yards, or I meant St. Clair, by St. Clair. And then in the second quarter, Bazzaio passed, screen pass to Kelleher, and he went 36 yards into the end zone. And that was on a nice 2nd and 2 situation. And it caught Tupper Lake by surprise for sure from their own 20. Now in at quarterback is number 20, Jim Matthews, for Tupper Lake. And it looks like Tupper Lake will run it out. And that ends the first half. The Tupper Lake players are leaving anyway. Tupper Lake players say we've had enough for the first half. Okay, it's officially 2 quarters down and 2 to go. The score from Peru Central School on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard at halftime, it's Peru Central 13 and Tupper Lake 0. Set for play in the second half. A couple of guys we want to point out right here in front of us, Derek Thu and Jeff LaRue. These two teenagers here walking along, they are our technical advisors. Here we go with the opening kickoff of the second half. Derek, and picked up by McCormick. He's tackled at the 38-yard line. And Peru will have the ball to open the second half. Derek Thu and Jeff LaRue were my helpers to help me get up into our press box. And thanks once again to the Mahuta family for helping us out this morning. We have a great vantage point to watch the ball game, just like being in a press box. From the Peru 38, the Indians open the second half, and they have a spread formation here. Oh, let me tell you, everybody's spread out. Certainly looks like a pass situation, but they quickly hand it to Kelleher. Kelleher bucks his way, even for a couple extra yards. Bedore in on the tackle, along with Matt Bowen. Nice pickup by Kelleher of 6 yards, a 2nd and 4. And my goodness, if you can get your 5 or 6 yards, Goose says this all the time when he's our football analyst, you get that 5 or 6 yards on first down, it gives your offense so much flexibility. Once again, over the ball, Eric Tayo is the center for Peru. At quarterback is Matt Bazzaio. Hands to Matt St. Clair. St. Clair tackled. And a short gainer. We have a 3rd and 2 situation. The officiating crew, John Votra, Jim Brickey, Tim Sheehan, and Eddie LaMarche. A 3rd and 2. Tayo over the ball. Dupree tight end right side. Looks like it is Ewald in the slot. St. Clair comes our way. St. Clair on his feet, breaks down the sidelines. Matt St. Clair finally driven out of bounds by Lines. A big pickup there. About a 25-yard pickup by Matt St. Clair on a 3rd and short situation. Peru quickly up to the line. The chain gang's not even set up yet. It's a 1st down play. Kelleher, boy, he hits runners head on. This guy has grown a lot since his early days of PAL football, I'll tell you that. But he's a graduate of the Plattsburgh PAL football program, and this guy's taken on some size and strength, and what a player. A 2nd and 5, and again the big pickup by Kelleher on 1st down. When we said it was Ewald split last time, it's Eric Hart. We want to get that right. Number 22, Eric Hart, is wide left. Give in the backfield. McCormick will try to turn the corner, but he's brought down by Bushi and a loss on the play. Justin Bushi, who's playing a nice ball game for Tupper Lake, catches up to McCormick and a loss on the play. A 3rd and 7 now. St. Clair and Bazzaio trot to the huddle, and McCormick comes to the sidelines. The Peru coaching staff of Nienhouse, Dory, Godfrey, and St. Clair. They come right side to Matt St. Clair. Oh, he puts on the shift to 1st gear, and he's near the 20, which would be a 1st down. I think he picked up the 1st down. Indeed, he did. They'll move the chain gang along the Tupper Lake sidelines, and it's a 1st down for the Peru Indians. They are on the move. Their first possession of the 2nd half. Kelly Miller is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We're North Country Cable Network. Tune in to Falcon Cable Channel 5 weekday evenings and look for local programming. Some of the programming also provided by Calvin Castine and his program, Our Little Corner, with Gordy Little. And Calvin is of Hometown Cable in the northern tier. Give to Kelleher. He's near the 20. The ball was at the 23 for the first play of this new set of downs. Ball now at the 20 for a 2nd and 7. Indians 13, Lumberjacks 0. 3rd quarter. That's the score on the St. Clair's trucking scoreboard. Kelleher in the backfield. Dupree in the slot left. St. Clair in motion. Bazzaio on a keeper, almost a quarterback draw it looked like. And Pickering in on the tackle for the Lumberjacks. We have a 3rd and 5, ball at the 18. Important play here for the Peru offense, a 3rd and 5. Right guard, number 73, Frank Dashna. Left guard, Joe Smith, number 61. Bazzaio hands to St. Clair. And tackle right around the front of the jersey. Boy, getting his arms on it for Tupper Lake, number 73. I'll hurry to see who that is. I'm sure you hear the rustle of the papers. Mike Baker. Mike Baker. Loss on the play, and we have a 4th and about 8. A 4th and 8 situation. Ball resting on the 20. Little Indians 20 yards from Pater. Play action pass. Bazzaio left-handed in the end zone. Oh, he dropped it! Unbelievable, because that was a touchdown pass and Ormsby couldn't get the hands on it. Oh my goodness, a tough break there. Oh my. Bazzaio throwing against the grain. Throwing to the right, and he's left-handed. Moving right, had to reposition his body, and Ormsby open in the end zone. So Peru comes up empty, and it's a 4th down play. Well, Tupper Lake takes over. Is that what? That's what I meant. Tupper Lake takes over on downs. We're in the 3rd quarter. A 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Lumberjacks. And the quarterback again is Snyder. Doug Snyder at the QB spot. Hands to Lines, and Robbie Lines with a quick opener on the left side of the offensive line. Busted a hole there. Lines was hit hard and he's down. Robbie Lines injured, and Coach Merrihew and Coach, let's see, this is Coach Tebow. Coach Tebow out onto the field, and Robbie Lines, one of his good running backs, after an 8-yard pickup. There is timeout on the field. We're in the 3rd quarter. The score, Peru 13 and Tupper Lake 0. Lines hobbles off the field. We hope he'll be okay. And a 2nd and short for the Lumberjacks. Give right up the middle, Bedore. And a 1st down for Tupper Lake, and Bedore a tough man to bring down. Smith dragged him down from behind, got help from Bazzaio and St. Clair. Along the sidelines for Peru, big number 70 on the sidelines. He's seen some game action, is Craig Lemoy, and his dad is a member of the a championship football team here at Peru, Glenn Lemoy, and his grandfather's here watching the game. We met his grandpa at halftime, and it was nice to meet him, and his grandpa is hoping the JV team goes undefeated. Nice to have the support of those parents and grandparents, brothers and sisters. A 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks. Bedore is split left. Snyder at the QB spot from the 39. No place to go. Boy, the defensive line of Peru stacked that one up. And it included Dashna and Kelleher and Holmes. You name it. Absolutely no gain on the play, not even an inch, and it's 2nd and 10. Lemaire in the backfield. Another short gainer as the Peru defense is stubborn. Bottom of the pile, that was, looks like 55, who is their center on offense, Eric Tayo. So the Lumberjacks with tough going against the Peru defense in this series, and it's a 3rd and 10. 2 running plays, net yardage 0. In the backfield, Jake Chartier, number 44, replacing Lines. Lemaire and Bedore along with him. Snyder pitches. And Bedore stretches out over the 40-yard line, but it'll be 4th and still long, and Peru's going to get the ball back. They scored once in the first quarter and once in the second quarter. We are midway in the third quarter. And down on the sidelines, can we see him, Kelly? Andy McCormick with the camcorder. Andy McCormick down on the sidelines doing some training so he can work sometime with the North Country Cable Network and join, maybe he'll be our videographer for Fox on the Run sometimes. The snap and Bushi's kick, another beauty, sends St. Clair back. He hits a puddle at the 20. And St. Clair should have picked it up right there. I think he could have made something out of it, and it's down at the 10-yard line. And what a kick. That's twice Bushi now has gotten the Lumberjacks out of a hole, prevented excellent field position for Peru. A beauty of a kick. Almost the length of the field, you might as well say, and Peru Central gets the ball at the 10-yard line. We'll call it their own 11. Deep in their own territory, Matty Bazzaio over the ball. He sends Matt St. Clair in motion. They hand off to Kelleher. And Kelleher now, that's 3 straight first downs. He has lugged the ball. McCormick in and St. Clair out for the Little Indians. This is junior varsity football. We want to thank Lucy and Steve St. Clair and St. Clair's Trucking for their support of the Peru Central football team. 2nd and 7. Again, the handoff. This time it's McCormick, and Bedore moved over. And also in on the tackle was Fletcher. Fletcher and Bedore put the brakes on McCormick in a hurry. We saw Bruce McCormick at halftime. Nice to see him. We saw Wendell Bazzaio's here. Bill Courier's here. A lot of dads are here to watch the game. I suppose the moms are too, but I don't know all the moms. I know the dads about football, I guess. I think my wife would be suspicious if I knew all the moms instead. 3rd and 7, they call it, and what is it? What's going on? Well, what's going on? It can't be the third quarter already. The fastest third quarter in the history of the CVAC. That can't be, is it? Well, we think it's after 3. They're writing it down in the officials' book. We played 3, and the score on the St. Clair's Trucking scoreboard, Peru 13 and Tupper Lake 0. Good time to salute our fan of the game, and it's Tom Tregan. Tom Tregan is our fan of the game. He's one of our avid viewers. Let me tell you, he's one of the few people in the North Country that gets a personal schedule of our events, and that's our buddy boy, Tom Tregan. 3rd and 7, St. Clair. Well, he's going to be near that first down. That'll be a close one. They're eyeballing it. They're eyeballing it. Where are they going to spot that? The officials are eyeballing it. Oh, boy. They might have to get out the measuring sticks. They're going to. This will call for a measurement. Jeez, the officials are almost right down there lying on the grass to spot that one, and they're going to bring out the sticks. That's Mr. Godfrey on the front end of that with the measurement. They're going to measure. That's Mr. Godfrey. He's part of the chain gang. Oh, they're stretching them out, and it is just short. A foot short. 4th and a foot, but you're deep in your territory. You lead 13-0. I say you kick it away here. Deep in your own territory, 13-0. 4th quarter. I say you kick it away and make the Lumberjacks run it the 50 yards or wherever they get the ball. And that's how much I know. I've been wrong on every call. I'd like to hear what Goose would say on this one. A 4th and 1. Oh, and they got it easy. Well, Bazzaio on the keeper. Matt Bazzaio got the first down on the quarterback keeper right behind his big center. And so, credit the coaching staff. They know what they're doing. And they also showed confidence in their the Peru defense by saying, well, if we don't get it, we have confidence that you're going to hold the 20 yards. We're in the fourth quarter, and Peru gets a new set of downs with that call by the Peru offensive coach. From the 25. Oh, and McCormick, he turns the corner. McCormick switches the football, heads to midfield, down the sidelines. What a run! A big run, Matty McCormick. He had that play a couple times and he couldn't quite turn the corner. But I'll say he must be in better shape than defensive end of Tupper Lake, because late in the ball game he still had the legs for it. The defensive end of Tupper Lake reached out and McCormick was gone like the wind. Carries it to the 50 to midfield. And a new set of downs for the Little Indians. Let me tell you, they're playing a ball game today. It's Ormsby split left. St. Clair in motion, they give it to Kelleher. He puts the head down and digs out 4 or 5. He was tackled by number 65 of Tupper Lake, Josh Tremblay, and I think Josh hurt his hand on that one. Some of the other defenders, middle of the line for Tupper Lake. Bob Kraslinski is number 77. Number 72 is Nate Durfee. 74 is Diavolo Fletcher. 2nd and 5. St. Clair carries, gets a first down. Finally roped by Bushi, but the first down for Peru. St. Clair dug it out. Now the Peru offense, they may just be content to try to grind it out, run the ball, grind it out. They've got a whole set of outstanding running backs. We've seen St. Clair, Kelleher, McCormick, Bazayo can run it. Who else has been back there? 1st and 10 from the 43. Oh, was there a fumble? Tupper Lake says they have it. Tupper Lake got it. Tupper Lake got it. Big number 72 for Tupper Lake covered that one. And that fumble recovery goes to Durfee. And Peru trying to use up the clock and run the ball, but a fumble here, and that's a turnover, so Tupper Lake ball. We are in the fourth quarter. The score... Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, and Steve St. Clair is upset. He's been on the chain gang too, our buddy Steve St. Clair, and he dropped the chain. He dropped the downs marker, or the chain, and he said, I'm not going to have it. Apparently there's things going on at the Tupper Lake bench. I'm not sure what, but I guess they were getting in his way, or I'm not sure what happened, but Steve was upset. We hope everything's worked out. The officials took care of law and order over there, and you know, the dedicated guys that spend their time working. You might get a good view of the game, but you have to be on the visitor's side of the field, and you can't cheer also when you're on those chains. You're an official of the ball game. Here's a 1st and 10. Well, I hear a band playing and everything. Is that for us? From their own 41-yard line. Hand off. Oh, did Peru say no? Somebody was on the bottom of the pile. The ball carrier was Chartier. Sounds like they're getting ready for football at the Apple Bowl. We are in the fourth quarter, junior varsity football, CVAC action. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Kelly Miller on camera, North Country Cable Network, bringing you local events. And beautiful weather. 2nd and 8. The pitch. Again, Chartier, he turns the corner, heads upfield. near midfield, cross midfield into Indians territory. We'll see where they spotted, but a first down for Chartier. Tupper Lake wants to get on the scoreboard. They're going to go into a little bit of hurry up offense because they want to hit pay dirt. They don't want a goose egg on the scoreboard. And right now it's Peru 13 and Tupper Lake 0. Peru scored in the first quarter on a 43-yard touchdown run by Matt St. Clair. Bazayo added the point with his foot. 7-0 Peru after one. In the second quarter, a 36-yard touchdown screen pass from Bazayo to Kelleher. 36 yards. The point after failed, and Peru led 13-0 at halftime. No scoring in the third quarter. We're in the fourth. Snyder is quarterbacked all the way. He has done a nice job at the QB spot. Pressure's been on him. First down play, short gain. Number 16 onto the field is Pat Hoy. Number 40 into the action is Matt Hauser. All the little Indians are going to play ball today. Nate Zeron, number 17, is in, and Trevor Ewald steps out. Matt Bazayo over to the sidelines. BJ Godfrey is in at middle linebacker. Matt St. Clair at the left linebacker spot, and Brandon Kelleher at right linebacker. Matt Hauser is over there, looks like on defensive end spot. The 2nd and 7. Chartier, he ran into number 52, David Morse. No easy feat to get past Morse. Can you hear that band playing in the background? The band, the cheerleaders, the uniforms. Makes you want to just jump right out of this press box and dance. 3rd and 5. That's football in the North Country. Oh, the sounds of football, the balloons and everything over there. 3rd and 5 for the Lumberjacks. Matthews, the quarterback, pitches to new running back. Big tackle up, but the running back was Josh Mann. Bottom of the pile, 67 for Peru. And that's one of the guys, sorry, but that's one of the guys that wasn't listed. No number. Let's see, Nick Moore. Is it Nick Moore who usually wears 65? No, I see Nick Moore. Is it Aaron Dona who wears 69? Craig Lamoy is 70. Pat Akey is 76. Maybe that's Pat Akey. 83, Mike Ryan is in. Oh, I see 69. He's a big, solid-looking guy, Aaron Dona. 67 hustles over there. We'd like to know who he is. 4th down for the Lumberjacks. They'll go for it on a 4th and 6. Matthews. Not much place to run, and 5 tacklers hit him at the same time, including number 23, Patrick Connolly. Moore hit him. Morse hit him. And Peru offense gets the ball. Will we see some new offensive Indians? Peru gets the ball. 4 minutes remaining in this one, folks. We're happy to hear that. What a ball game it's been. We're getting hungry. I don't mind saying we're getting hungry. We have a whole house underneath us. We're on top of a beautiful, what would you call it, mobile home, camper, a huge camper. And I'll bet there's food in the kitchen. We could raid the kitchen during a timeout. That's pretty tempting. Because Mrs. Mahuda is concentrating on the game. She's concentrating on the game and watching her son play and everything. And so, boy, we could sneak down there and get a ham sandwich. Now, let's see who's along the sidelines. Can we find some of these guys? Number 30 is Mike Mahuda. We want to find him. There he is. See Mike Mahuda, number 30? Can we eyeball him? Right behind him is Zeron. Now, see, we get the camera on him. Everybody crowds around for a little camera time, trying to hog it away from Mahuda. And Coach Dory grabs Mahuda. Oh, boy, talk about perfect timing. Coach Dory says, Mahuda, you're in, and the rest of the team is out. The officials have done a great job. Great sunny skies. And despite the complaints about the field, the teams have survived. Now, we haven't seen Lines. Robbie Lines, number 41, was injured. And we hope it wasn't because of a field, one of those grooves in the field. And it probably wasn't, but we haven't seen Robbie Lines back in action. And a stronger wind perks up. One of those Peru Central gusts. The first down play from midfield. Oh, fumble! He was hit hard. And the other Matt St. Clair was in, number 33, and I think it was recovered by 32 Bushi. So the Peru offense coughs up the ball with the second unit in. 70 trots out. That's Lamoy. We talked about him. Look at the size of this guy. What is he, an 8th or 9th grader? Coach Ewald can't wait for him to hit varsity. He'll be a 300-pounder by the time. He's going to be 6'4", 300 pounds of muscle. And now the second unit for the Lumberjacks is out on the field. Their second unit, let's get some of those names in. Jeremy Bushi, and that might be the brother or the cousin of the other Bushi, number 32, Justin. Jeremy Bushi, number 60 is there. On the line, 78, John Mandigo. In the backfield, number 31, Jason Richer. And number 30, Chris Mead. And, oh boy, look at those tacklers from Peru. 67, 52, 65. Pat Hoy trots out as a new Indian moved in. Josh Rock, number 32, looks like he's captain of the defense. And he plays middle linebacker, it looks like. Or maybe right linebacker. Deep men back are Connolly and Zeron. Rather, Matt St. Clair and Zeron. Matt J. St. Clair. 2nd and 9 for the Lumberjacks. And Matthews hands to Chartier. Good for a couple. The Peru defense playing nicely. Morse again in on the tackle, along with Dona. 3rd and short. We are late in the ball game. Second units are out on the field. It's a 13-0 lead for Peru Central. Coach Godfrey had yelled in the first quarter, we want a shutout. We want no points. Don't let them score. So far, his wish is coming true. Matthews pitches to Chartier. He's short of the first down. Moving up for the tackle was Connolly, number 23, among some others. Looks like 43, Brandon Barnaby might have been in on the tackle. All kinds of new jerseys out there. Did we mention Josh Fuller is 64? Mike Ortel is 51. Mike's over on the sidelines, injured for this game. Want to make sure we said Mike Mahuta is number 30. Eric Hart, 22. Brett Jelonic is 20. I want to mention all the Indians I think we have now. Pat Akey, 76. We mentioned them all. 4th down, and the Lumberjacks do not get the first down. Really stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So, barring a catastrophe, Peru will win this game, and barring a catastrophe, Peru will throw a shutout. The Peru defense will throw a goose egg at Tupper Lake. It's Peru ball with just a minute or two remaining. Great job by the officiating team of Eddie LaMarche, Tim Sheehan, John Votra, and Jim Bricky. Yes, the one and only Jim Bricky out of Saranac, New York. 1st and 10. Jim Bricky gave our network a t-shirt one time, and it's a doozy. It's one of our favorite t-shirts. 1st and 10, sweeping the right side, but they caught up to him. Hoy tried to get the wheels a turning, but he was hit in front by 35 and behind by 77, which means he saw Chris Skiaka, but he didn't see Bob Draslinski. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15 for the Peru offense. Second unit out onto the field, and at the QB spot is number 16, Pat Hoy, or Patrick Hoy, or Pat Hoy, or Patrick Hoy. Oh my, right around the neck on the tackle on Matt J. St. Clair. And you could tackle a little bit lower. Actually, the best tackles are low. You tackle around the legs. Hit the guy low. I don't like to see a 275-pounder tackle around the neck on a 120-pounder. I was 120 pounds my freshman year in football. 120-pound running back. I didn't get that many carries. 3rd and 16. Ball carrier for Peru, Josh Rock. And I think Josh is a graduate of the PAL football program. And that's it. Eddie LaMarche threw that ball way up in the air, and he caught it one-handed. Nice job. Peru Central throws a shutout at the Tupper Lake Lumberjacks. Our thanks to St. Clair's Trucking for their support. A tip of the cap to Steve St. Clair and Lucy St. Clair. And we hope we'll be back for some more Peru Junior Varsity football games. Thanks to Kelly Miller. He's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. The final score, Peru Central 13, Tupper Lake Lumberjacks 0. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying good night, North Country.